um, there's a postcard. They auctioned off a postcard by Jack the Ripper. It's probably the last one that he wrote. It was just a couple of days before he killed his last victim.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing is, it says in there it was delivered to PlayStation on August 29th, 1888. It says, and it said on there, "Beware, there is 2 women I want here. They are bastards, and I mean to have them. My knife is still in good shape. It is a student's knife, and I hope you like the half a kidney. I am Jack the Ripper." Like eerie stuff. I mean, those things are like, have you ever read those letters?
Yeah, man. Is it consistent with the From Hell letter and the?
Yeah. No, it's definitely Jack the Ripper. It's I mean, it's an original letter. Oh, by the way, they're only expecting to get like $800 to $1,200 for it. Which, if I was the type of person that had that, well, you know what though? You don't want to know the truth. I wouldn't want to own that thing. I wouldn't want to be anywhere near that thing, because to me that is like touching evil. That's like bringing evil into your house. It's like having that Annabelle fucking doll and giving it to your kids.
If you ever bought something like that, you'd have to encase it in something just to keep the evil away from you, like kind of incubated. You know what I mean? So just to feel that you were safe from that kind of shit. You know,
there's definitely some fucking powerful mojo in there, and it's not the kind you want.
No, not at all.
Yeah, but I mean, it's interesting. It is an interesting piece of history. You read those letters; they're fucked up. You feel dirty reading them. You feel evil. But there's a businessman that he bought a bloody shawl from one of the victims and did a DNA test on there, and so he thinks it was a Polish immigrant that died in an insane asylum. That
I've heard about that. Yeah.
But a lot of experts, though, a lot of serial killer experts think it was actually H.H. Holmes, who was the most prolific American serial killer.
Exactly. What's interesting about that, and getting back to the Polish immigrant guy, these girls were call girls or hookers. So the Polish immigrant just could have been a client.
Exactly.
So that's the thing. And the H.H. Holmes thing is really intriguing because the handwriting, which is what they went back to with the handwriting. If you can actually see it with the naked eye, that it's like clear as day. You can see that it's similar. Now, what is that? Now. Yeah. So what does that really mean? Well, does it mean that he killed? That it's the same guy? Well, at the very least, it means that he wrote a letter. That he wrote a letter as Jack the Ripper. And was he fucked up enough to do that?
The timeline, though. Fucked up enough to do that. The thing is, the timeline adds up. I think they said that he was actually in England at the time.
He was in England. What they say is that they found proof that he took. While he was building that big castle, that big home by the death house right by the World's Fair, while he was doing that, he would have the people build the house, and then he would go on a trip. And they found that he took a cruise to England around that time. So he was there. So so they tried to line up. Could he have made it back in time? Could he have done that? So that's all a little bit muddy. But the point is that he did take a trip around that time in 1888 or whatever it was.
He also had medical training, I believe.
And he had medical training. Yeah, absolutely. And I think they were both left-handed, right? If I'm not mistaken, but they were both left-handed, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah.
There was specifically a reason why I wanted to get that in there was because of the H.H. Holmes thing, though.
Right.
Because it is disturbing, and I have I believe in karma. I do believe in the energy that you put into the world. I believe I actually believe in ghosts, because but not like it's what I believe is that it's a projection of energy. And you leave a footprint in the sand. Yeah. It's a footprint.
Right. A recording.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly. That's exactly what it is.
Like you can record on a phonograph, it's possible that you can record energy into rock or you know, any type of material. You know, I mean, I'm just shooting the shit here, but you know, I don't know enough about it. But it is, I would think logically it would be possible to do that. If you can record on a phonograph, you could do that too. You know?
Exactly what is it about that makes a photograph work? If you can project light onto a material, and that material absorbs the reflection of the light, so that you could see a perfect mirror image of what it was pointed at.
Yeah. Yeah.
That is leaving energy. It's leaving a mark of energy on another surface.
Yeah.
So, and the point of that though is that, like you're saying, if you bought that letter and you had that letter sitting in your house, you have something. Something that evil energy was poured into on purpose, fucking by a demon.
Right.
You've brought a demon into your house.
Right.
I believe that.
and even if you wanted to take it on a psychological level, even if you've read that letter, it had to have done something to you. Think about that. You know, you've taken in information that was in that letter, information of that evil, and you've encoded it in here.
I mean, just reading it here, it's disturbing. Beware, there is 2 women I want here. They are bastards, and I mean to have them. My knife is still in good order. It is a student's knife, and I hope you like the half of kidney. It's so grimy. It's so dirty. Like to actually see that in front of you in the handwriting.
Yeah.
That's fucked up.
That is fucked up. And the whole thing with H.H. Holmes and why that's intriguing is because the guy was making a living selling skeletons to universities. And what they were saying is that his skeletons were the best ones because they were very lifelike. That's what they were writing letters to him. And he was like, okay, well, I'll just keep doing this.
Yeah, and he was definitely killing people and using that to make his fortune.
Yeah, and he was skinning them, you know. And so is it possible that he could have taken a ship to England because he felt that English people were different and he wanted to see what their skeletons were like? It's possible.
It's possible. I mean, well, the thing is too is that, you know, like people like that. You know, it's the power trip. It's the ultimate power trip, the ultimate power over life itself. You know, and that's why they do that. So, like, and he, you know, what you do, I mean, would he kill 206 people in the house itself?
At least
crazy shit like that.
Yeah.
That they know about.
Yeah.
You know, one guy, I mean, he built a whole house just to murder people.
Yeah.
Like every room in the house was meant to murder people.
Yeah.
You know, chambers you couldn't get out of it. Go crazy shit. Like a fucking mad genius, but fucking nuts.
Right.
I don't know. I forgot where I got with that. There you go. There you have it.
Well, it's you know, it's possible that he you know, he might have been the one, you know. And if the handwriting matches at 97.95%, you know that, you know, what does that say? I mean, you know, at the very least, it means he wrote the letter. At the very least, he wrote a letter pretending to be, you know, Jack the Ripper. At the most, he is Jack the Ripper. You know, so
this is what